Welcome to Backpack HQ. Let's talk packs. This bag is not an American-made product. It's ashamed I am to say, but this is a backpack that I use every day for me when I'm hiking. This bag is extremely comfortable. Probably one of the most comfortable backpacks I've ever worn hiking as a day bag. So that's why I choose to utilize it. Let's dig into it. This bag is the Marting Top 28 liter hiking day bag. That's how they have it on their website. That's Marting Top with an M, Mardingtop. They offer it for $60 currently on their website. On Amazon, day of filming, this is about $45. They make some pretty wild claims about this bag. They say that it's a 3-day assault pack. That is 100% not true. This bag cannot sustain you for more than a day at all. For backpacking, I would not use this bag. For multi-day hikes, I would not use this bag. If you're going to go do a couple miles, have lunch, it might rain, you need some gear, maps, compasses, all that kind of stuff, you can definitely do that with this bag, but I would not utilize it or bring it out with me if I knew I was going out for multiple days. They make that claim on their website. I'm here to tell you that's just not true. It's made of 600D polyester. They also claim that it's waterproof. It's not waterproof. It's not sweat proof either. I'll get a little bit more into that as well. I just got back from a hike, so I am going to take everything out of here, show you how I set it up, and you're going to see exactly how I use it. Also, these attachments, the way that I have this set up on the side here, this is actually just my bear spray. There's a water bottle pouch on the right, and then I have a med pouch that I mark with orange so I can always find it. So on the back side, I'll just show you guys now. The thing that I like the most about this bag is that, like I said, it is by far the most comfortable bag I have ever worn when I'm out hiking, backpacking, anything. This bag is very comfortable. It sits very well against the body. It profiles nicely on the shoulders. It hugs fairly tight, but no matter what you do in this bag, you're going to sweat. It creates a lot of sweat, even if you just put it on for a few minutes and you're just standing there, you're not moving, you're not hustling, especially if you're exerting out there on the trail, you're going to sweat in this thing. So this extension on here is called the Valcluse ventilation system. This system creates space between your back and the backpack to allow airflow to come up in there and cool your back off a little bit. It works wonders, especially on a bag like this where you sweat profusely. Another reason when I said this bag is not waterproof, because even just the sweat that I would leave on here would perforate through and get into the backpack. The shoulder straps, you're definitely going to be that guy or girl with the marks across your back and across your shoulders here, the sweat marks. This definitely helps with that. It reduces about 35, 40%, I guess, of the sweating. It's not quite in half. You're definitely still going to sweat. You get a little bit on the shoulder still. You get a little bit where it touches, but it creates some airflow in the back there and allows you to cool off, especially on a breezy day. Okay, so this bag has one main compartment. I'll dig into that last since we're doing this in reverse. I'm just getting back from a hiking trip. This has 3 external bags on it. I'll show you what I bring inside of there. First, I do have bear spray. I live in Colorado. Bears, now wolves, mountain lions, animals are a real threat. Plus, people exist, non-negotiable. Bring bear spray with me every single time. On the side here, I have these crampon-like yak tracks. They're not actually crampons. They're just yak tracks. They're kind of like all-wheel drive for your feet when you're in the snow or you're in the ice. They're excellent for snowy, icy conditions. You put those on, you're pretty much not going to fall. My bottom pouch here is my cook kit. That fits my stove and my pot. MSR2 pocket rocket. The fuel cans that I like to use for those are not the MSR fuel cans. They don't really hold up very well, especially at altitude or in windy conditions. Those fuel cans run out. So the Coleman ones from Walmart, they're still about the same price, anywhere between $5 and $10 per can. Those ones work phenomenal. I've gotten up to 15 cooks out of them. It can be fairly breezy out, kind of a light breeze, and they don't go out. They hold a flame pretty well. Inside the middle pouch here, fire kit. Everyone should carry a fire kit. Always bring it. Water decontamination kit. So this has some filters in there. It has some tablets. There's a life straw. inline filter for my hose. There's a way to count water and liters to make sure I'm staying hydrated. And then lunch, I really like these Heather's Choice meals. You can find these at REI. You can find them at Shields. You can also look at Heather's Choice online. I believe she is out of Alaska. A lot of these MRE style meals that you eat, they taste really good, but they're really, really harsh on your digestive tract, especially if you eat these quite a bit. You want your food to taste good, but you also want to be comfortable while you're out on the hike. This company offers really, really good ingredients, really clean ingredients. You can read everything. It's mostly just veggies and meat and some broth and some stuff like that. There's not a lot of preservatives, not a lot of crap in here. Good amount of calories. This one has 600. Sometimes they're 350, 400. Oh, this one's also 600. Good size meal. They're small. They're compact. They fit. They're not. You don't get a whole bag of just air. It's pretty much just the meal in here. They taste really good. Both of these are really, really good. The shepherd's beef and the spaghetti are really, really good. And then on this top pouch here, first I keep a handy dandy spoon, fork, a fapoon. You always need that. And then this is kind of an admin pouch for me. I took two tourniquets out because it was me and my wife hiking. BioLite headlamp. BioLite's great. That one's, I think, 350 or 400 lumens. It works phenomenal. I got that at Sierra for about half the price. You can find all this stuff pretty much at REI. What I like to do is go to REI to look for what I want, and then I go to Sierra to pay for it because Sierra is almost always 50% off. Getting into this large bag here, we're going in reverse here, but when I build it purposefully so that it can actually extend out as much as possible and up, so it gives me a bigger cavity to fill. It's kind of a flimsy bag. There's no internal frame, there's no subframe, there's no panel, there's nothing. So when there's nothing in here, it's pretty floppy. So you want to build it somewhat strategically so that you can, when it's resting up against your back, you get that really comfortable feeling that I was talking about. Working down into the bag, there's a mesh pocket in the front. I always keep sort of a maps and compass kit in there. There's everything I would need: pens, papers, a little bit of notepad, some stuff to signal with if I'm lost, maps, compass, protractor. You guys should really take the time to learn maps and compass. Look at schools that are giving free courses. Look online, Facebook groups, all that kind of stuff. There's always ex-military people out there training. It's a great skill to have, and it's extremely perishable. If you don't use it, you're going to forget it. So every time you go hiking, do a little bit of practice, and you'll keep up with it. I'm able to fit a drone system in here. I'm also able to fit rain jacket. The back panel, I keep a poncho. This is just like a military poncho that you can get. This was $25 at Sierra. And then I have a microfiber towel that I keep at the bottom. This is mostly to kind of give some rigidity to the base. I keep that flat so it keeps the backpack square. You sweat too much, you spill something on you, it's great to have a towel. I always keep a shelter and a sleeping bag. This is just an emergency one. And this is also an emergency tent, two-person tent. Now, like I said, you're not going to be able to go backpacking. Okay, you're not going to sustain for 2 or 3 days out of this bag like they claim that you can. But something happens, I fall, I break a leg, I get stuck somewhere. As long as I'm in reach of my bag, I can set up this emergency sleeping bag. I can set up this emergency tent. It's basically just like Mylar material that's in there for a day pack. It has my food, it has my water, it has navigation tools, the medical stuff I keep on the side. If it's raining, I can take care of that. Just day hike stuff. The claim that they make about a 3-day backpack, and they make some other claims on their website about it being military and all that stuff, not true. It's a good pack for $45. It's a good bag for $45. It holds true. Like I said, YKK zippers on here. They do offer it in several colors, green and tan, on their website. But as far as 3-day backpacking adventures, you're not going to want to trust their statement online and use this. But for going out during the day, man, there's no other bag I'd rather bring. Let me show you how comfortable this bag is on the back. As you can see, it's up high on the body. It hugs the back. It's a little wide with the extra pouches that I put on the side. It works great if I have to climb around, if there's something on the trail I have to duck, if I have to get under a tree or crawl, I can do that. I've gone into caves with this before. It's also really easy to just pull this off and push it through in front of me. Great bag, feels very, very comfortable. It fits very well. That's why with some of the downfalls of this bag, I tend to work around or just work with. One, the bag is very affordable. It's fairly durable. It does have YKK zippers and buckles on it. It's 600D nylon polyester, so going to be fairly durable if it's going to get scratches. I mean, I've hiked with this thing for years. It's been on the ground, still no tears, no breaks. I wouldn't necessarily compare this to something like a Vertex, something like an Eberlestock, those top of the line bags that are proven over and over. Eventually on here, we're going to do some of those bags. What I'm showing you is that you don't always have to go to REI or some really big name stores and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. A backpack at REI or jackets or outdoor gear, Patagonia, you're looking at 300-400 plus dollars. And that infuriates me when there's products out there that work very well. You're definitely going to have to find what works for yourself, but you do not have to spend month's rent on outdoor gear to get outside, to go hiking, and to have a good time, and to be able to sustain and bring stuff that you need with you. For the most part, it's like lunch, awesome food, water. My drone's fun to send up once in a while, and you have a good little hike and you come back. That's accessible with $45. The outdoor space is has been commoditized too much to where it is too expensive. So stores that say they care about the average hiker, the average outdoorsman or woman, but they want to charge you hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to do it. I can't get behind that. I'm here to show you that you don't always have to spend that money. There are really good bags that you can spend $200-300 on, but there's really good bags that you can spend 40 or 50 bucks on. If you guys have a Sierra or an outlet store near you that is a little bit lower in price, pay 50 or 60 bucks for it. You don't always have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to get outside, just to go hiking, just to have a good time. So this Martin Top 28-liter backpack for a day bag, it's HQ approved.